To the left of the steering column is the headlight switch, and has the ability to turn off all the lights. Parking, headlights on, or automatic. This is for the fog lights, turn those on or off. And there's a little indicator on the gauges letting you know whether they're on or off. And then the dimmer switch for the interior gauges is here. Very simple, little scroll wheel. Check it out, it has these little Jeep graphics. There's also a tilt and a telescoping steering column. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. I'm 6 feet tall. I have the driver's seat all the way back and all the way down to give you an idea of the potential legroom here. And it's actually a little bit slightly too far back. I mean, I could drive like this, but yeah, I'd probably pull it up just slightly. The only thing is when you don't have a manual transmission and there's no clutch pedal, there's no footrest, so it's kind of like this, like not really a good spot to put my foot. So it'd be nice to have like a footrest right here on the left side. It's always been an issue with me and Wranglers, is no footrest with the automatic transmissions. All right, and here's the steering wheel. Nice, good, thick steering wheel. Nice, and it's soft too. It has like a little give to it. Has the gold stitching on the inside, and yeah, looking great. It also has the cruise control settings here with the adaptive cruise control. You can set the distance further or closer, and I like the way it has 2 buttons and not just one, so you can have more precise settings there once you turn that feature on. The adaptive cruise control can be turned on separately from the regular cruise control. So yeah, you set it, resume, cancel, and then you can turn the regular cruise control off here. Now there's buttons on the back of the steering wheel right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a toggle. It's kind of like toggling up and down on both sides, and then there's a button in the center. Now, they're designed to line up with your fingers, so as you're holding the steering wheel, your fingers can line right up with them. So on the right side, the toggle up and down is the volume for the radio. The center button changes your audio source. On the left side, the up and down is changing through tracks, like if you're playing off your phone, it goes to the next track, that kind of thing. And then the center button on the left side goes through your presets on your radio only. So you can set up your presets, and they can be from any audio source. They could be satellite radio or AM, FM, whatever. You can line it all up, and then you can cycle through your normal radio stations that you listen to, which is pretty cool. And you can do it while your hands are on the wheel. It's great. Wish most all manufacturers would put those buttons on the back of the steering wheel. It's just genius. Windshield wiper controls are here. And then on the left side is the turn signal. Of course, your dimmers for your high beams as well. All right, now here's the gauge cluster. On the far left is the RPMs, the tachometer. It shows you what gear you're in. As far as the four-wheel drive system, two-wheel drive high right now has four-wheel drive high, neutral, and four-wheel drive low there as well. On the right side is the speedometer, and it shows the status of your headlights here and fog lights just below it, which are turned on right now. Then it shows the outside temperature, and it's a lot hotter than that. It is really hot and humid today. Digital speedometer there in the center, odometer in the bottom, and then you have the fuel gauge here on the right side, and engine coolant temperature here on the left side. Now this is a customizable screen. You also have this is the digital compass. Now this vehicle's brand spanking new, so it hasn't, what they do is to calibrate the compass is they just basically drive in circles for a couple minutes, or like I don't know, less than a minute basically, and then it will calibrate the compass. But right now it's not calibrated yet. Remember these buttons right here, up, down, left, right, and the OK. You see the digital speedometer there. If we want to go to kilometers per hour, press this OK button. So it's real easy to accidentally press it. So if I just press it, it goes to kilometers per hour. Press it again, it goes back to miles per hour. So if you're driving and all of a sudden, it goes to kilometers per hour, it's just you accidentally press that OK button. But if we scroll down, you can see it's part of a menu system. And you can see we're at 1 here for the speedometer, 2, you can see this part of this menu system. So 1 is the speedometer, second one is the vehicle info. And when we're in here, you see these little, it shows the tire pressure, but in the vehicle info, we can scroll to the right and left and get more information. So transmission temperature, oil pressure, and then oil life, battery voltage, and then the tire pressure. Scrolling down again, take us to our off-road page, and it shows the angle of steering on the front tires. So as I turn the steering wheel, it goes, it gives you the degree angle there. To the right will give us our pitch and roll. So going up or downhill, or if the vehicle's tilted left or right, that kind of thing. Scrolling down again, driver assist. This is the adaptive cruise control status. Scrolling down again, fuel economy, and we have two presets, or two independently resettable numbers here. So we have a range, and we have the average miles per gallon, and then this one has the current miles per gallon. Some people don't like that constantly moving, so you can go to this one here, so you don't have the current constantly moving around. And you can reset them independently. Same thing with the trip. You have trip A, trip B. They're independently resettable, and it gives you your miles, average fuel economy, and time. The status of the stop-start feature, I would turn that off immediately when I get in the vehicle. And then the audio, whatever's playing on the radio. Any stored messages will be here for 9. And then it goes to screen setup. We can hit that, and then we can change the things on the corners here. You can see right there. Let's go up or left. We want to change that. Instead of a compass, we'll go to let's go to range to empty, that kind of thing. So you can kind of customize the screen a little bit. Scrolling down again will take us back to the digital speedometer. So that's kind of a quick rundown of that screen there in the center. It looks really nice, easy to read, black background, white lettering. Everything's big enough and understand. It's just simple enough to understand and not overly complex, but while giving you a good amount of information as well. You see the top of the dash has these little pockets right here. It's kind of like a rubberized portion here. Here you got speaker grills as well. Here. And check out this new screen. This new touch screen is awesome. Can't believe I'm actually seeing this. This looks so good. The resolution, the contrast, the brightness, the clarity in general just looks so dang good. I just hope the camera is doing it justice, because in person this just looks amazing. Just a high quality screen here. And you can see it has the icons. The Uconnect systems in the past had the icons across the bottom, but with this screen right here, it has it on the side. You have additional information there at the very top. But yeah, this is the home screen, and you can see it's a split. It shows you right now, and you can customize this. There's the navigation map, and then it shows whatever the radio is doing there. And you can swipe to the right, and then you can add more widgets. Let's go ahead and add a widget. So let's go to, we'll just put climate control there. So we have the climate control information there. Add one over here, and we'll go to, let's go to shortcuts. And then we can add shortcuts. And then let's go to controls. We'll put there, forward-facing camera. So now we have that. Go to controls, and then we'll go to rear view camera. So that way we can quickly go to that if we wanted to. All right, and that's on the home screen. You notice that the climate control temperatures here and here, digital clock, whatever the radio station's at, outside temperature, any notification bell here, the status of the heated steering wheel and heated seats here, which you can click, and then you can turn them on and adjust it. You can also sync them, the steering wheel with the seat, which is pretty cool. The next icon here is the media. So you have different sources. So you have AM, FM, satellite radio, Bluetooth, USB 1, USB 2, Alexa, auxiliary input. But you also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Comfort, which is your climate control, heated seats for the driver and passenger, heated steering wheel, where the air is actively blowing, front and rear defrosters, the fan speed, recirculate the air. You can have it on automatic if you want as well. I turned that off because it's blowing too loud for the camera. But it is a hot day, so I have to have it on. Next one is the navigation. So this is the navigation map here, and you can do a search. You can have the 3D view, or you can have the top-down view like this. You can go here to do searches, and then you can also save different destinations as well, including your house. The next one will be your phone. Once you pair your phone, you'll have access to recent calls, phone book, all that stuff. You also have a button that pops up, so if you're and somebody calls you and then you want to not have everybody in the whole vehicle hear your conversation, you can switch to your cell phone and have a private conversation if you want. The next one is specifically towards the vehicle, and then it has the dashboard with the off-road pages, the controls, and then the settings here for the vehicle. But let's start here with the off-road pages. The vehicle dynamics, the steering angle, the transfer case, whether it's locked or not, accessory gauges, so your oil temperature, transmission temperature, a lot of the temperature stuff that we saw over here, you can have them quickly accessible and viewable right here, as well as your coordinates and your altitude. Nice. Pitch and roll can be focused on here, and then you can have access to the front camera right here, and then you can clean camera and rear glass. You can clean it up like that. It sprays the water on it. Let's go to the back view, which does not have the sprayer. Alright, and then the next one, let's get out of the off-road pages, go to controls. We kind of saw that already, forward-facing camera, rear view camera. Then we go into the settings here. There's a lot of different settings. You have dark, light theme, or automatic. Change the language. You can set up different profiles, safety and driver assist information, and you can kind of like fine-tune some stuff. There's the time. It has it synced with GPS. But if you want, let's say you want to have your clock a little bit fast, some people did. That was a thing that I did a lot, which you have the clock a little bit fast, so when you're getting ready in the morning or whatever, if you're heading somewhere, it just kind of works as a mental trick to help you be on time. So if you want that to set your clock different than the actual time, you just turn that GPS off, and then you can set it how you want. And then you can set up phones, voice recognition, navigation, all these camera settings, navigation settings, voice recognition settings, mirror and wiper, lights, doors and locks, seats and comfort. All these are different ones you can go through. Let me just kind of click them so you can see. Auxiliary switches, which there's auxiliary switches are down here. I'll show you those in a second. So yeah, that's that. Now the apps right here is the last screen, and this is where you have the off-road, quickly access the off-road pages, device manager with pairing devices, Android Auto as well, and Amazon Alexa. That's on the favorites, and then here's all of them basically. Alright, so looking down here is the physical buttons for the climate control, temperature driver, temperature passenger, fan speed. You can turn it on automatic here, where you want the air to blow, heated seat for the passenger, recirculate the air, heated seat for the driver, front and rear defrosters, and heated steering wheel. Mute the radio real quick if you need to. There's the volume and tune through the stations. And then you have the automatic start-stop feature. You can turn that off. That's the off light. This is the traction control. Default is on. You can turn it off here if you need to spin tires or whatever. Parking sensors, that's the off button. And then this is the downhill descent. That's where you activate that. This is in 4-wheel drive low. And then you can turn the screen off if you want. You can turn it off, and then you just tap the screen and turn it back on if you want to. 12-volt power supply. You notice this one has the key, so therefore it turns on and off with the ignition. There's the power window switches, and then you can have it to where the kids don't play with it by doing that. The power windows in the back. And then here is your media ports, USB, USB-C, and auxiliary inputs, and has a little cover, kind of keep the dirt off of it. There's the 4 auxiliary switches. Here's a little storage compartment right here, and has a little rubber mat that you can take out and clean, put it back in. Here's the shifter, when we put it in reverse. The backup camera will pop up, but also your parking sensors are now activated. And you can also switch from the front and rear view while you're in this mode. It does have active guidelines. You turn the steering wheel, the lines move as well. Nice clarity, looks good. There's neutral, drive, and then there's a manual mode, and you bump through and change to the gear ratios like a ratchet shifter. Pulling it back increases the gear to the next higher gear. Down is to the lower gear. Alright, this is the four-wheel drive control. So there's two-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive high, neutral, and four-wheel drive low. So it's pretty straightforward as far as the path that you take. There's the handbrake, parking brake here. Cup holders, a little place to put some stuff there in the center. Cell phone or whatever, and it's open in the middle. So you can utilize that for like the mug handles or just anything other than just cups. Or bottles, in my case. So this is a very soft armrest here. Doesn't bottom out at all. And it has two portions. So there's two latches. The top latch reveals a small pocket here. And then you can see where wires go in and out of this compartment. And then the bottom latch lifts up that, and then you see a larger compartment here. There is a USB port in there as well. And it has a rubberized portion at the bottom, and then there's wires can go in and out of this compartment as well. And there's a little light right here too. Rear view mirror it's an auto dim rear view mirror, and it's actually auto dimming right now because I have the shade over the light sensor, which is somewhere back here, or maybe it's on the dashboard. It's covered up somewhere because of the shade. And then you have roadside assistance and emergency buttons here. These are the microphones for when you're making a call or talking to somebody. Now the visors have like this vinyl, really tough vinyl material around the outside. A little clip right there. Mirrors with lights. These also extend out on a metal rod. HomeLink garage door opener controls are here as well. So the hardtop, you can see it's really easy to take it off. You just turn these latches here, and you can remove the top. And then there's latches here, then you have the turn latches. I actually have a video where I take all the top pieces off, and it looks really cool. Looking at the visibility in the back, no problem. I mean, there's plenty of visibility. Lots of windows, lots of space to see in and out, or out. And there's privacy glass back there, so it looks pretty cool, especially with the white exterior color. So anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you to Vann, Underwood, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram here in Whiteville, North Carolina. I'm gonna have a close-up picture of this at the end, but and hopefully copy and paste this information in the description. But here's the window sticker, and it has some optional equipment. So the way the Jeep window stickers are is it has standard equipment here. It has the basics of the engine and stuff like that, transmission, which is the 8-speed automatic, 4-cylinder, dual overhead cam, turbo engine with stop-start. Now, and this says McKinley trimmed power seats. But then the optional equipment here. So the optional equipment starts here, and it has the package price, and then the what's included in that package, and then the next package price, and then what's included in that. Next package price, what's included in that. So you kind of go down the line, and you can see what is included in each package. So so you can see that this isn't like all Wrangler Saharas are not the same, you know, and that's what people get mixed up, is they think that they see it's a Wrangler Sahara, so therefore it has everything that every other Wrangler Sahara that I've seen in my lifetime has. But it's not the case. They're all very unique, each vehicle really. It's very rare that you see two identical. Usually have quite a bit of differences here. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you to Vann Underwood here in Whiteville, North Carolina, and I'll see you guys next time.